Chipuff here, and welcome back to ESOventure. Here I am again with our little friend Fel. She's a baby Maven that we're starting to walk through each of the beginner quests. She is still completely naked. I have not bought her any fashion, and I also have not gotten her any armor or gear or anything. But we did get her weapon last time. She's got her first scepter, her ball, and the scepter thing on the side with which to fight, and now she's floating. I just realized she's wearing a garter belt. You're a classy lady there. Now we're here at Roar to learn about pets. So let's talk to him and see what he's got to tell us. He wears a pet on his head, but okay. The two ways a pet can help are by fighting with you or fusing to protect you. Speak with me while your pet is summoned, the trumpet icon, and again while fused, paw icon, to prove you understand. I am ready. So what he's talking about here is over here. You can see I can put her away. So there she is. I'm going to stow her away in the bag. There's actually the pet bag. I think the idea was eventually in the official they were going to expand it so you could have more than 4 at a time. You could have like 6 stored. You could only use 2 at a time, but that way you don't have to keep them in your actual bag because otherwise it takes up bag space in here. But they never did that. She can learn more skills. I'll get to that in a much later episode if I get that far. Anyway, but what he's talking about now is the trumpet calls them so that they fight by your side. So I'm going to do that, and I summon my pet to come fight and help me. They've got different, like you can tell them to attack. They can guard you so that if you take damage, then they'll attack. So if you're sitting someplace, you wanted to AFK for some reason, and there might be some aggro mobs, or even aggro other players, you can set them to guard, and as soon as you start to take damage, they'll attack whoever's hurting you. So it actually, is a low-key way to maybe even farm some experience. Attack just means if you start attacking something, they're going to attack. And idle just means that they'll just sit there and not attack. However, if they have a skill in their bar and you set it to idle, and then you take damage, they will switch to guarding you. And I think they might even start attacking. So idle is only idle as long as they don't have anything in this bar. It's kind of glitched out. But you can follow or they can stay. So if I said follow, she'd follow me as I ran around. But if I say stay, obviously she'll stay. They will despawn after you get a little too far from them. But if you're just trying to level them and you're near some aggro mobs and you don't want them to take damage, set them at idle and stay far away from you, and they'll just sit there and just leech the XP off of you. So anyway, so now that I've got her summoned, I'm going to go ahead and talk to Roar. Pet training 1, so I summoned it. So when summoned, your pet will follow you and assist you in combat. You may also teach your pet to use special attacks and cast blessings upon you. Good to know. Yeah, so they can be taught skills, either attack skills or buff skills or debuff skills. Leveled up. Yay. All right, so that's summoned. So that's them out here to help me fight. The other thing that you can do is called fusing. So I'm going to go and fuse. So when you fuse, you actually meld with the pet. So now you see I've got this aura around me. There's these little stars and the blue glowy stuff. That means I've got my pet fused with me. It's not going to mean anything for this low-level pet, but they share damage. So if I start taking damage, you can see I only have 75 HP. She's got 164. When fused, the damage comes from both of us, so mostly from them. So their HP is kind of like added to your HP, so it helps you last longer. She doesn't have any now, but they have what's called fuse stats, which you would see, I can't really mouse over, but you would see below that blue text. It says health growth is this, strength is that. Underneath it would have fuse stats. You can have up to 4, depending on your pet and your luck. And they might add things like, actually, it can add accuracy, so helping you attack better. It can add resilience. It can add defense. Mostly what you're going to use, though, is you want it to add to your elemental attack. So, what are my, I don't even know. Oh, Flora and Pyros is what she here, Fell Harbor here uses. So I would want a pet that adds Flora and or Pyros to me so that it'll add to my attack. That is very, very helpful later on to help you know, at first it's helpful just because you can have extra HP, and you can get pets with maxed out HP. You can give them items like necklaces that are kind of like their armor to give them more HP. So pets are very useful in this game. The one thing that they don't do that I wish they did is pick up items for you. I wish they could be set to like run around you while you're farming stuff and pick things up, but they don't do that, but that's sad. So now I'm fused. I'm going to talk to him again. Quest related, novice pet training 2. Fusing will increase your max HP and will also increase other attributes. I just talked to you about that. Sounds like it will come in handy. But it's kind of sad not to have your pet, so I'm going to trumpet and have her follow me around. Whoa, I leveled. So he's got the little scroll, so let's talk to him. Oh, sire, I can feel the power inside me. I've reached level 4. You can see I'm also getting... Did I learn things yet? Not yet. I will get to my skills in a second. Quest related. Summon and fuse. I finished that. Well done. Don't forget how your pet can help you in your adventures. Oh, I'll remember. Thanks again. Snark. Yay. Peace. Still have nothing to do, so that means I'm still talking to this guy. Quest related. Bags and stashes. Now that you know how to use your pet, I have great confidence in your abilities to take on the challenges that you will face. But before you go off, it would be wise to store any personal effects you have at the stash keeper. Go speak to him to learn more. Yes, sir. So, I'm going to run over there. The stash keeper is very far away, but I'm sure I can talk to you about stash while I run there or fly there. Whee! So I'm very slow. You also gain things that'll make you go faster in later on. So while I'm slowly floating there, let's talk about your bag. So you can see I've got the little character pull up that'll show me my stats. I actually didn't... Oh, really? I can't learn? I didn't get any points yet? I guess... We have to go level 5. Anyway, I'm sorry. Whatever. I can't up my stats yet. You can see me right now. This is what my gear would look like. I don't have any fashion. Fashion underwear looks like this, so it's not going to change. This is, you know, so this is where I would put my gear. This is where your fashion can go. They never put capes in this version. Sad. This is my smiley faces, which are my emojis that I can use in chat. There's my weapon. Upgrade your weapon. Glyphs and mantras come later. I don't have any titles. You can see my birthday, my sign, and my mate. It used to be your spouse. That's if you get married. So I don't have a mate. You're assuming a lot, though. This is where you can see if you had your titles, different virtue for different things going through. It used to matter if you had any bond with the different Scalen area, the different mob types. That quickly left out. So, but you used to be able to build up and then use those to get cards of said Scalen or Arax or because you can transform into those things. So that was another mechanic that left the game. I don't even think people really remember how it worked. I know I don't really remember, but I did like to build it up, but I didn't. Anyway, this is where, if you play this game, especially in Odyssey or anything, you'd spend a lot of time near stash. Back in the day, there'd be lots of people sending up their vend around here. But this is just like any other storage place. Looks like a dude. So, Stash Keeper Patel. Patel? No, Patel. Do you need to store something? I can expand your bags for you as well. I don't know what voice that is, but... so quest related is what he'll help me go through upgrading my stash, and stash is if I wanted to stash. Haha, words that mean things. So here's my stash, and this is my bag. So you can see there's a pitiful small amount of spaces right now, but you can see the max I can get here is eventually 96. I can also store gold in here. Max I can have in this bag is 192, which should be more than you'd ever need, but it fills up quickly. And there's also an item called a mystery bag. And that can hold certain types of other items. But we'll get to that eventually. So let's just talk to him and see what he's got for me. Quest related. Please select from the quest. So you can see I can do these purple things using real life money. You could buy items to upgrade your stash, obviously. I think there were like 2 or 3 actual real dollars, American dollars. Anyway, there are other ways to get them, but we're just going to talk to him. Eventually, he'll give me one for free. Spoilers. Novice bags and stashes. Welcome! If you have items you would like to store, just speak to me and select the stash option. I can also expand your inventory space if you have the required items to do so. I'll keep that in mind. Level up because I talked to that guy. Let's talk to him again. Got a quest? New armor, finally. If you ever have to leave Pokari, you will want to make sure you are properly equipped. I believe Trader Lars might have some spare armor you could use. I will go ask him. Spare armor? He's a trader or whatever, but he's just going to give me some armor because, hey, I guess it was dented and not used in the back. So, let me cut this bit out and then we will start again. Okay, I mean, I realized maybe you really wanted to see, but I was just walking. You can literally see I was right over here with the stash guide. I just walked around this, but it takes forever, so cut that out. The fortune teller says that my daughter will become the empress. Will she really? Man, that's your daughter? Whoops, that's my quests. No armor. You plan to travel outside of Pokari? I see. Oops, I don't have much, but wait and let me see if I could find some armor for you. Thanks. Well, you leveled me up. Let me come around this fence. So that's his daughter? She doesn't even look like a Mogwai. She kind of looks like, there's a mob that looks like that. Anyway, whatever. I want new armor. Here, this armor should help. Remember that you can equip it by opening your bag and right-clicking it. I'll try it on now. Yes, I actually will. So let me come over here. What the heck? Oh, I can't move. Okay, here we go. I got my armor. You can see here. So I have my, let's put it on the hat first, Initiate's Crown, which won't show on my character. The Initiate's Gown. Boop. Ooh. I look like Toph from Avatar. And Initiate's Shoes. Good. My toes still show? Okay, no. So that's a pretty little outfit. Pretty little green outfit. Just barely covered my two toes there, but you know, hey. So that, I think I'm going to leave it here. He's got some sort of other quest for me related to gear. I don't know what he's going to ask me to do, but, you know, I haven't even fought anything. I am level 6. My pet is level 6. I've got a weapon and some gear. Hadn't had to lift a finger. I just had to run across a huge town. So, hey, I think I'm doing pretty well. So if you're enjoying this, please join me again on the next one, and let's see where we can take Fell Harbor here. I'll see you later. Bye.